What's up, everybody? Mike here, and 2023 has offered us so much in RPGs and JRPGs this year. It's been such a stellar year for it, and 2024 is looking to be even more of a stellar year for RPGs in general overall. So in this video, I want to talk about and go over highlighting what I argue is probably the top 10 most anticipated RPGs for 2024 that's coming. And some of these got release dates, some of these don't have release dates yet. Some of these you may not know about, but hopefully this video helps you get better understanding of them and makes you keep an eye on them and check them out. First up, I want to talk about Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and I am biased towards this a bit because I'm such a fan of the Yakuza series, which is now officially being called Like a Dragon series, and this is coming out January 26th of next year. This is continuing the story from Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is the 7th installment, and this is the 8th installment in the series in the main line. And so in this one, it's going to be, an epic emotional drama in which two larger than life heroes brought together by the hand of fate, or perhaps something more sinister. Ichiban, an unstoppable underdog who's no stranger to crawling up from rock bottom, and Kiryu, a broken man facing down his last days. This is going to offer best-in-class RPG action, is what they're touting. Experience one-of-a-kind combat with dynamic, fast-paced RPG battles where the battlefield becomes your weapon and anything goes. Adopt your party skills to the situation with outlandish jobs and customizations to strategically subdue enemies with over-the-top moves. Live it up in Japan and explore all that Hawaii has to offer in an adventure so big it spans Pacific. Unforgettable moments await at every step of the journey with a unique mix of quests and activities to enjoy at your leisure. Even if this is just your first Like a Dragon game, try it out. It's a possible chance that this might be on Game Pass as well. It hasn't been confirmed yet. I think as far as I know Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who races name, is on Game Pass, and it seems like Microsoft is, keeping this great relationship with Sega, to keep the Yakuza games on Game Pass. So this is potentially a Game Pass day one release. We'll have to wait and see. We might find out at Game Awards if it is. So hopefully they let us know that, because and if it has been confirmed for Game Pass, let me know in the comments below. It's going to be goofiness all around. There's a bunch of side content that you don't want to miss, from side stories to activities you can do that are just bonkers, wacky, and zany. And the story knows how to, set the tone and have the right beats when it's humorous and be serious and dramatic and crazy and fun. Love this series. Cannot recommend it enough for you guys. At least check it out, give it a shot. And let me not forget that Infinite Wealth will be releasing on pretty much all major platforms except for Switch. So that means Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, Windows, PlayStation 5, PS4, and Steam. Next is Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, a game that got announced so long ago. We've been waiting years on this game. I know, me personally, and I'm a big anime fan and RPG and JRPG fan, as you already know. So let me give you some deets on this when it comes to story here. Take your role as captain of a sky-faring crew joined by a scrappy little dragon named Vern and a young girl with mysterious powers named Lyria. Together you sail with a colorful cast of crewmates, including kings and misfits alike, for Estalucia, a fabled island beyond the end of the skies. And what I'm taking from this too is this is going to be original story that's not necessarily based on any previous games or anime. Gameplay wise, you're going to be able to engage in real-time combat with a party of 4 in this character action RPG. Choose from a diverse roster of Skyfarers, each with their own unique weapons, skills, and combat styles. Teamwork makes the dream work with your party-based mechanics such as link attacks and chain bursts to help you crush foes in spectacular fashion. Tackle quests solo or with the help of others for up to 4-player co-op, and take down treacherous foes to score rare loot, further enhance your gear. And as far as platforms that it will release on, it'll be coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Microsoft Windows. So keep it on your radar. Check it out. It might be something for you. Next up, a game that is arguably, has such a high fan base now, more than ever. Persona 3 Reload, a remake of Persona 3. And just alone with this having a name Persona on it, I think this is going to draw a lot of eyes to it. There's a lot of fans that are excited for this. and there's many people that have never played Persona games. I think they're looking forward to this as well. Something to note, this game is going to be on Game Pass day one, so you're going to be able to save yourself some money if you maybe 50-50 about even playing this game at all. Maybe check it out on Game Pass if you have that ability to do so, and give it a shot. From a story standpoint, though, from the official website, it says, step into the shoes of a transfer student thrust into an unexpected fate when entering the hour hidden between one day and the next. Awaken an incredible power and chase the mysteries of the dark hour. Fight for your friends and leave a mark on their memories forever. Persona 3 Reload is a captivating reimagining of the genre-defining RPG reborn for the modern era. Some key features to note here: experience the pivotal game of the Persona series faithfully remade with cutting-edge graphics, modernized quality of life features, and signature stylish UI. Fully immerse yourself in an emotional, gripping journey with new scenes, character interactions, and additional voiceover. Choose how to meaningfully spend each day through various activities, from exploring the port island to forging genuine bonds with beloved characters. Build and command your optimal team to take down otherworldly shadows and climb closer to the truth. This is coming out on Game Pass, as I said, but also Xbox One, Xbox X and S, PS4, PS5, and Steam. So pretty much everything but Switch. And this is dropping, I believe, February 2nd of 2024. Next up, arguably the RPG of the year already for 2024, arguably the biggest JRPG of 2024. You can say, I know it's going to most likely be my game of the year for 2024, and that is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is coming out February 29th. It is a 3-month timed PS5 exclusive, so we don't know yet as far as when it may come to PC or even Xbox consoles after that 3 months. If you've played both Final Fantasy VII from 1997 and Final Fantasy VII Remake from 2020, you'll know by now that the games have drastically different storylines, which is true because Remake technically is a sequel. This Rebirth is also another sequel following that. So the way the directors are trying to have this, Nomura says you won't need to have played either Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VII Remake to enjoy Part 2 of the adventure. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is being designed so that people can enjoy the game whether they know the original game or not. It's going to stick to the overall core story elements, but they're going to switch things up and remix some things, change up how certain events go or when they even occur, sort of add some, unexpectedness to them, give us some things to think about, I would say. But really exciting stuff here. Cannot wait to play it. Check it out. Even if you're not a Final Fantasy fan, this might get you into being one. Next up, an RPG maybe some of you guys don't know, or many of you may not know, or the series you may not know too well at all, is the Legends of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak, which is coming out next year. This got announced earlier this year. I believe it's already technically on Steam, but there's not an English supported version yet, which I believe this is why they are announcing this to come over here to the West. So the English version will be available next year on Steam and PlayStation 4 and PS5. No release date yet. To give you a little bit of the story details here, the sprawling Republic of Calvard is experiencing an unprecedented economic boom brought on by post-war reparations. At the same time, feelings of uncertainty stemming from a massive influx of immigrants and bold political reform by the new president are rife. Deep within its capital city, a young man named Van receives a strange job request that threatens to plunge the entire nation into chaos. So there you have with that. Not much else to go on. This is going to be a turn-based RPG. If you are familiar with the Legends of Heroes franchise, then you kind of already have an idea of what this is going to be like in terms of gameplay, mechanics, things like that. I still feel like this will be a game that's going to be very appealing to JRPG fans, RPG fans in general, if you're into turn-based combat, if you're into anime-style looking visuals, and great storytelling. Next up here, sequel to a game that has been, I think, a decade in the making, maybe longer. Dragon's Dogma 2. No set release date yet, exactly, but based on a report from a ratings board that was, kind of leaked or reported on not too long ago, apparently this is going to be dropping in March. I think March 22nd or 24th. I forgot the exact date it said, but Dragon's Dogma 2 is a single-player, narrative-driven action RPG that challenges the players to choose their own experiences from the appearance of their arisen, their vocation, their party, how to approach different situations more in a truly immersive fantasy world. So vocations are basically the class system or classes of the game. On your journey, you'll be joined by pawns, mysterious otherworldly beings, in an adventure so unique you will feel as if accompanied by other players while on your own adventure. Pawns are basically like AI companions that they're trying to aim will feel like, I guess, actual players and support you on your journey, help you out, and essentially help to form your team synergy. And I really dig that. This is supposedly going to be what Capcom's touting as going to sell millions of copies, even though it was previously reported it was an unannounced game. So we don't know. There might have been a translation error, but this seems to be something that they're really trying to hype up, really trying to market effectively to sell millions of copies. We are going to get more details really soon here. November 28th, they are holding a Dragon's Dogma 2 showcase, 15 minutes, I believe, at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 1 p.m. Pacific. So that's going to be fantastic. Find some more details, and I guess maybe they'll confirm the release date, hopefully, and we'll get some other details about the game that'll hype us up as gamers to want to check it out. I already want to check this out. I recommend you keep this on your radar, along with these other games too, in case this appeals to you, for those of you more into the action RPGs. Next up, we have a RPG that's been in development for a long time that's finally getting released in April of next year. I believe April 23rd of 2024. It's Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. This game is designed to bring players to a modern take on a classic JRPG experience. Get ready to lead 100 plus playable characters through a war-torn world only you can save. Also, so to note here, this is a game that's going to also, I believe, come to Game Pass when it drops. So once again, another game on this list that if you're maybe 50-50 on it, don't know if you really want to check it out and pay full price, well, if you have the ability to get it, check it out on Game Pass. Pay for Game Pass, check it out, see if it's something you may like. I know I will be doing that because I love gaming on a budget. I love saving money where I can with all these new games coming out because, let's be real, there's so many games that drop, not just RPGs, but games general every freaking year, every month. It just eats up our wallets, so we got to be careful about what we decide to spend our money on as well as our time on when it comes to these games. Next up, we have one of my personal most anticipated games of next year, Black Myth Wukong, which still is promoted as having a summer 2024 release date or window. So no official release date. Maybe we'll get some updates at Game Awards on an official release date, hopefully. But then again, even with confirmed release dates, you still got to take it with a grain of salt because games these days are always getting delayed. So keep that in mind. But if you don't know about Black Myth Wukong, this is an action RPG rooted in Chinese mythology. You shall set out as the destined one to venture into the challenges and marvels ahead to uncover the obscure truth beneath the veil of glorious legend from the past. You'll be able to explore a land of vast wonders, a world of scene where new sights rise with every stride, enter a fascinating realm filled with the wonders and discoveries of ancient Chinese mythology. Next up, we got another Atlas game, Metaphor Refantasio. This was revealed earlier this year, notably by Xbox, I believe. And this is another game that I think is going to come on Game Pass next year as well, too. That's already, the third game on this list that's going to be coming to Game Pass? Persona 3 Reload, this one, and 100 Heroes. It's a no-brainer. If you want to save money and you're gaming on a budget, it is smart to get Game Pass for some of these RPGs so you can experience them, especially if you're hesitant paying full price. So Atlas's upcoming RPG will see players traveling through a fantasy kingdom to gain support for an election to become the next king. With this promise of unique new fantasy settings, and with the game being billed as Atlas's next big property, expectations are naturally high from the Metaphor Refantasio. So I would expect that this game is going to play very similar to Persona games, but not entirely the same, because they want this to be their new IP, their new big franchise. They're going to add some new elements here that's probably never been in their other previous games. And this game is set to launch sometime in 2024 for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, and PC. Last but not least on this list is Rise of the Ronin from Team Ninja. who is working with Sony. This is going to be a Sony exclusive, PlayStation 5 exclusives, I believe. It's supposed to have a release in 2024. No release date given yet. Maybe at the Game Awards we'll get an update on this game as well. I'll have to wait and see. If not, at a future State of Player showcase. Rise of the Ronin. You embark on an epic journey across war-torn 19th century Japan in this combat-focused open-world action RPG from Team Ninja, the veteran studio behind Neo. Japan, 1863. After 3 centuries of the Tokugawa shogunate's oppressive rule, the black ships of the West descend upon the nation's borders, and the country falls into a state of turmoil. Amidst the chaos of war, disease, and political unrest, a nameless warrior forges their own path, holding the very fate of Japan in their hands. Engage in deep, accessible combat from the veteran developers of Neo and Rise of the Ronin offers deeply engaging yet accessible combat with layers of complexity suitable for any playstyle. Face your foes with a selection of close quarters weaponry or engage from afar with authentic period firearms. It's about to be looking really, really exciting based on this description here. We've only gotten that one announcement trailer, so hopefully we get some more details on this really soon. I feel like Game Awards would be a great spot for that. No release date yet, but this is going to be a console exclusive and most likely come on PC as well too. And that wraps it up for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these games are you most excited for 2024? Are you going to get all of them? Are you maybe only going to get a few? And if you'd like for me to do more videos like this in the future, please drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so don't miss anything. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. As always, love to hear from you guys. Thank you for watching. My name is Mike. I'll see you next time.